A very good morning. Welcome to New Vision TV News around Uganda. I am Ruthina Sajan. These are the stories making headlines across the country. Let us start the bulletin from Kabale district. Now, police in Kigezi has detained a woman who is suspected to have kidnapped a 6-year-old girl. Elimate, the Kigezi regional police spokesman, said Latibo Tibo, who is also known as Immaculate Musmente, was arrested from the home of Herbert Tunumjisha, a resident of Rabaremera village in Kamale, on Monday. Tibo is suspected to have kidnapped Angela Nuahewa, a pupil in Chibuzija Primary School, on July 16th and demanded a ransom of 180 million shillings. The police said Latibo first escaped on August 25th aboard a Kabale-bound gateway bus from police escorts. Upon rearrest from Nakaseke police, she again escaped on August 30th. Authorities recovered Nuahewa on August 30th and handed her over to her grandfather, Joseph Besije. Let us cross to Amuru district, where 18 trucks of carrying charcoal have been impounded in Amuru district following a 3-day operation to crack down on the charcoal dealers who had massively engaged in the activity. Now, the operation, conducted by the Office of the Deputy Forestry Officer and the police, almost turned bloody after some of the truck drivers started resisting the operation. The chaotic scenes forced police to fire tear gas to scare away the drivers and charcoal owners who had turned rowdy. Now, they later complied with the directive and drove their vehicles to the holding ground. After impounding the truckloads of charcoal, the enforcement team also hired trucks from Pabo Town Council to transport unloaded charcoal to the collection point. Wednesday shines brightly with your copy of the New Vision. Now, the copy of the New Vision is already on sale. It is just 2,000 shillings, and all you have to do is go to the stall next to you and get that copy for yourself. There are so many stories making headlines today, and the headlining story in today's copy of the New Vision says General Mutu quits FDC. And then what next? The story is in here. We see, will the main opposition parties survive the crisis? The story is right here on page 6 and actually page 7 inside the New Vision. So don't miss out on this story. Just grab your copy of the New Vision, which is actually the truth. Okay, let's move on to Wakiso district, where the local defense unit recruitment began. Actually, it started yesterday. We see the front picture here of someone who aspires to be, you know, a local defense officer. Oh God, the picture shows that someone really wants to do whatever whatever it takes. The story is also right here on page 4. What are some of the qualities that are needed for one to become, you know, to be an LDU? And then, okay, there is a lot happening here that I can't even read out. But get your copy of the New Vision. The details are in here. Let's move on to another story making headlines today. We see man caught slaughtering monkey. With this Ebola crisis, we need to read this story. It is on page 11. Where was he found, and why was he even slaughtering a monkey? Is it for meat or for sale? The story is right there. Now we see a demonstration, refugee camps at UNHCR in protest over kidnap. Get that story on page 10 inside the New Vision. Now let's move on inside the New Vision and see what is really making headlines in here. Okay, we see Sunday's offertory to go to Uganda Christian University. Story is right here. Why was the decision made like that? Then we see Wakiso man called slaughtering monkey. Yeah, the story is right here on page 11 in the New Vision. Woman jailed for killing husband's mistress. The story is also in the New Vision. Now, the pullouts that come out every Wednesday, we see Mwalimu. Mwalimu says creating employable, enterprising graduates. Okay, the story is also right there as we mark the 56 years of independence. Okay, newspapers in education is also right here in the New Vision. It says, do you know why studying is important? Okay, the kids are also right here giving us their opinions on that. And then the Toto magazine is also in the New Vision. It says how to make use of old toys. Okay, that is something that children need to know. Instead of throwing them away, they need to know how best they can make use of them. Okay. All right, so many stories in here. From in the sports docket, we see class. That's the headline in the sports docket. We see class. If you want to know the story is inside the New Vision and on the sports docket. Then we see Cassidy is ready. More stories, and then Modric, king of the game. Okay, bright stars on the bus, and then it's Arturo. Okay, sports docket has interesting headlines, but you can only get to know what the stories are when you buy a copy of the New Vision, which is only 2,000 shillings. And remember, we are proudly the leading daily. I am Roethina Sajend. You're still watching New Vision TV news around Uganda. Let us continue and let's go to Lira district, where police is searching for suspects who stormed a home in Erutu South, Lira district, and killed one person before raising several huts and destroying property in a protracted land wrangle. The boy was beaten to death, and a homestead set ablaze, destroying all property, including foodstuff, in the Sunday's attack on the family embroiled in the land dispute. Now, the family that was only just released on court bail on September 20th was attacked while they were working in the garden, allegedly by the family that had been on odds with for about a decade. Let's move on to Akiso district, where although the health ministry has always warned Ugandans against consumption of bushmeat, the habit through which Ebola spreads, Joseph Kalyamuto was determined to continue the practice of hunting monkeys. Now, residents of Remwede Masulita division in Wakiso district said they found him slaughtering a monkey in the nearby bushes. The people of Remwede also feared that Kalyamuto could have been planning to sell the monkey meat. When tasked with explaining why he was slaughtering the monkey, Kalyamuto turned hostile. The Nansana Municipality Health Inspector George William Muchava said the community, being surrounded by bushes, entices some people to hunt wild animals so as to sell the meat. He said they would investigate whether Kalyamuto was dealing in selling monkey meat. Now, Muchava appealed to the residents to avoid the practice of poaching wild animals. That's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more news updates and other programs here on New Vision TV by visiting our website, which is www.newvision.co.ug/video. You can also follow us on our social media platforms. Facebook is The New Vision, Twitter is @NewVisionWire, Instagram @NewVisionWire, and also our YouTube channel is New Vision TV. Thank you for watching.